everybody. Welcome to This is Attalla. What's up, J-Dub? What's up, man?
You know, I'm just pretty excited about talking about this show in particular. We've been hitting around at this and kicking the can down the road for quite a long time about doing a show about one of our favorite cities. This is Attalla. Pretty excited.
Yeah, I think really what people are going to see, what your guys are going to see over the next several episodes is we're going to dive in deep to history, to the heroes, to highlights of Attalla, just all things Attalla, because there's a lot going on, and that's where you're born and raised.
No.
There's a lot of love. Well, you're born in Tampa, but you're raised.
Okay, there's a lot
you're raised in
Tampa's
Attalla.
a long way from Attalla.
But the truth is, I mean, whether you're raised there or born there,
I am Attalla.
You love it.
Love it,
right?
Man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, my zip code is 35906, but my heart is 35954. Let me just say.
So you have two mayors.
But Larry that's Uncle Larry.
Yeah.
So he supersedes the title of mayor. That's no disrespect to my mayor, the Right Reverend Joe Taylor. But Larry is special. Larry's different. That's my uncle. Oh, Uncle Larry. Love it.
So from hometown heroes, sports heroes,
sure.
or just people that have played at Attalla all these years, teachers, coaches, business owners,
sure.
history of Attalla, standouts, people that stand out. You think about Attalla, there's several names that you think about. Mm-hmm. If I throw one name out about Attalla, or not one name, I say Attalla, what's the first person that comes to mind? Other than Uncle Larry.
Right now it's Uncle Larry.
Yeah.
100%. But when you think you go sports, I do, right? I think straight sports. I think Carnell Williams. I think Freddie Kitchens. I think Taja Malone. I think Patrick Nix.
Yeah.
Ed Sissom. Bootsy. There's great. We all know football players, right? Great high school football players that don't go on and make it in college or make it in the pro level. Attalla's has some of those guys. They're some of the best high school football players that's ever strapped on a helmet.
Yeah.
And to not make Eddie Hayes, best athlete I've ever seen. Then you got the Right Reverend Rouser.
Reverend Rouser.
Got to think about him, man. And, so much to be proud of when you talk about the city of Attalla. And that's what this show is going to be. We're going to be highlighting different business owners, highlighting different citizens, highlighting teachers, coaches, former athletes, current athletes even. Lately when you think of athletes, it's tough not to think about the twins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Before those twins, it was the Childs.
Yeah, the Childs twins.
Those twins.
Or the Childs brothers.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But you're right. The Freemans, you think about them.
Hey, Scott.
You think about, there's historic landmarks in Attalla. There's things. I used to have a client right across from, right before you get to the cemetery there. And there's a historic landmark there.
There's a few of us back when I was playing ball. We would meet up there and run the cemetery at night.
Oh, man.
It was safe, right? Because you had to wear cars or anything. Talking about landmarks, Rick Strokes, Rick Bearden, and now Scott Cornelius and his wife are carrying on that legacy. Johnson's Giant Food.
Yes, for sure.
You would think they're from Attalla. They're not, but they are Attalla.
They really are.
Funny how that happens.
They East Gadsden. They're from East Side.
Yeah,
East
for
Side.
sure. But they're Attalla.
Small business is the heartbeat, right, of Attalla. Where people work hard.
Sure. Very blue collar.
Honestly, with an exception, there's always an exception in every city, but for the most part, people in Attalla work hard and mind their business,
sure.
and help others, and that's, I think, a lot that communities that we're in can learn from.
No doubt.
Work hard and mind your business and help other people. There's local heroes in Attalla. If I said, and we don't have to get into all of them because we're going to have them on the show a lot. Of course, some are dead and gone.
We ain't going to have them on the show.
We may have to call Zach Bagans to bring them in.
Yeah, he will.
But if I say local hero, what would you say?
Well, Matthew Chair, it's generational, right? Because if I think of an unsung hero now, I think of Swedes. Swedes is somebody who does stuff behind the scenes that no one even knows he's doing, right? He takes care of different things that no one ever thinks of. How about heroes? I want to think of Captain Bone. Look what he's done with the DARE program and how impactful he's been over the years.
Right.
How is that not a hero?
Certainly he is a hero.
How about now Scott Cornelius continuing in the line of Rick Bearden of, man, that brother keeps people alive. I mean, you don't realize what Rick's drugs do. Case in point, I take my mother to the doctor yesterday just to get over this respiratory thing. She goes, gets a shot. They call her medicine in. I said, you want me to take it by bricks? No, baby. They'll deliver. Which
means she's ready to get out of the car.
But then you know what she did? She called my wife when she got off work, said, hey, will you go to Johnson's and bring me a plate?
A plate?
She ready to eat.
Get me a plate.
Give me a plate from Johnson's.
Oh, my God.
Other businesses, you just think synonymous with Attalla, man. You think Cup, Iron and Metal.
Oh.
Back in the day.
For sure. Loud as a mug over there. But, I mean, you think about the florists. You think about Ferguson and just all of those. I mean, now you got new stuff. You got the Mexican restaurants. You got the taco shacks there. You got Lot Box? The Lot Box,
mm-hmm.
the hair studio. That's
downtown looks good.
It looks freaking amazing. The gazebo always on point. But, I mean, one of the places we love to go and stroll on a Saturday is Attalla.
100%.
Right? So what we're talking, if you're just joining us, we're talking about what this show, we're going to be having on starting next week, people from Attalla, talk about all things Attalla. But it's just a cool place to go and stroll and just hang out and chill, get you some coffee and walk the antique stores and have some lunch. And they got the cupboard.
The cupboard, Terry Bryant.
Oh, my goodness.
Steve Bryant, absolutely. They're fantastic.
So, I mean, it's just all things. I mean, now you can go to the other side of Attalla and you got all kinds of stuff popping up over there past the baseball fields. And Attalla's just the place. And you got a guy that is running this city.
He is the city.
He is the city. And if you think of Attalla, you're going to think Larry Means. I mean, you just do. He's.
Hey, somebody text Larry. I was supposed to send him the link.
Send him the link.
Somebody text Uncle Larry. Tell him how to get on.
But he keeps getting small businesses to come in. He finds a way to get some of these bigger businesses to come in.
He does it a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at how different mayors do different things, you know, Mayor Joe Taylor has his way of doing it. Craig Ford has his way of doing it. Peanut had his way of doing the whole stuff, and now, everyone's different, right? And I love what Attalla's doing. Their park and rec department. Has Jim Glover Field ever looked better than since the city took it over?
No.
Man,
it looks great.
Those dudes are killing it, man. It looks great. So you got local people doing local things, and Attalla does a great job of employing Attalla people. Not that that's a requirement, right? But you don't have to. That would be illegal. You don't have to live in Attalla or be from Attalla to work there, right? But the people who truly understand Attalla, that's right, Louis Pickles.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we ate there back in Odenville back in the day, you remember?
Odenville.
Yeah.
Odenville.
And Attalla is different. So what we're hoping to do with this show is just, like you said, we're just going to celebrate Attalla. We've been talking about it for a long time. No, we're still doing everything else we do. This is just added to an extra show, which will we be coming around talking about sponsors too.
Sure.
Post office in Attalla.
That is old school as it gets.
It is.
I mean, it really is. I mean,
I miss fountains.
Oh, now I do too. I think that was such a cool place. The go-karts, the sound systems.
Anything. Wiffle balls.
Anything you wanted.
Hey, Ricky Neal's watching.
Rick Neal.
I'll drink to you, Rick.
Ricky.
Talking about post office.
Ricky.
Yeah, talking about post office. Mr. Rick Neal.
Rick, we doing it. I'm just fired up about the show, man. It's going to be a great show where we get to just talk to people and listen to their stories, and let them tell stories. And I want to hear some of the old tales from Burley Wayne Hill. Bring in folks and just talk about local legends or local myths.
Yeah, talk about Larry Foster.
Larry Foster. I mean, what a blessing he was.
Carnes Wreck
still is to
legacy, man. Carnes Wreck was always special.
Tommy Lee. Ooh, I put you out of here, fella. I mean, she would do it.
She would put you out for sure.
She really would. Ask Carnell and Vic.
Ooh, they know. and you look about the legacy now. You got Colgrove carrying the torch.
It really is.
And you look at past principals from Mike Brown to one of my favorite people who is still considered an outsider, but a good outsider. That's Dr. Hall.
Oh yeah,
I love Dr. Hall, man.
Yeah.
He's just an amazing person. So thankful to call him friend.
You know, we were talking earlier, and a lot of people may not know it. I did not know this, that Attalla was once considered to be the potential location for the state capitol.
Yeah, it was important back in the day
because it was a central location. This was in the 19th century, I think, when they were looking in 1846 or something like that. And it was among several cities: Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, Cahaba, Kevin Darabix.
I remember. So
it's a cool story.
It wasn't founded until 1870, right?
I think the 18. I had it on the thing there, but it was apparently something was going on in 1846 when they were looking to maybe not have been incorporated.
Yeah, it wasn't founded until 1870, and it was established by W.C. Hammond.
W.C. Hammond.
Old W.C.
Mm-hmm. Old W.C. You remember old
Yeah,
W.C.
you know what the word Attalla means? It's a Cherokee word.
You and I have talked about this before. I don't remember.
Mountain.
Because you would in Attalla see the mountain.
See, I always thought Attalla was Cherokee for "we ain't the one." Don't try us. And of course, Larry Foster. Raymond Farmer's old saying, right? There's the right way, there's the wrong way, then there's the Attalla way.
Somebody who put that out there?
That reigns true.
That's
somebody put that.
Somebody put that
no,
out there.
He did that from a speech.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's Raymond Farmer for sure.
So just
Wine
get ready.
Townsville.
It's a lot of stuff fixing to jump off. We're so excited. I mean, it's there's so much. It's like endless possibilities to talk about things Attalla, and hopefully and prayerfully.
I remember hearing stories about people like Red Skelton staying there
really?
in Attalla at the old hotel that's no longer there. It was on the other corner of the viaduct, the other corner where the gazebo is, right on the other end. Kind of, you walk out the post office to the left. There was an old hotel there that a lot of famous people were coming through would stay. So I had to get some historians on to talk about all that.
I want to talk a lot about that music hall that was down there. That's down as you're going towards your spot, or your mom's place. Isn't that some kind of they're going to create some kind of outdoor spot there?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like another pocket park, like Karen's Park. I think.
Awesome.
I think, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll be finding out from you people.
Yep,
y'all be telling us.
So if you guys want to jump in and be a part of this, text us or message us right here on social media, and let us know who you want to have on in Attalla, some stories that you would love to hear, or if you're one of those Attalla residents or used to live there and you want to tell some fun stories, send us those stories. We would love to have you on and talk about it. Burley Wayne, Drake was a good one. Burley Wayne,
no doubt.
Bobby Davenport, a legend. We've got great stories, the funniest stories in the world that we could tell that Bobby used to tell us.
Some we can't tell.
Some you can't, but
some we can't tell.
Some of the best people, man. Just the fellow used to cut grass, a golf player out there. He was a baseball assistant coach.
Brown?
No,
not Teasdale.
No, he's played golf all the time. Charlie
Rowan.
Yeah. Rowan's got a lot of stuff going on. Michael Short says every small town has a history that needs to be told. I agree. That is how you appreciate what you have. That's why we're doing exactly what we're doing. We want to tell the story. We want to let you tell the story.
How about all the Camp Seibert stories back when it was the camp? Not the Camp Seibert, not when I first learned to drive.
Oh, I don't know. Keith was your dad. How about that?
What was that?
Keith Davenport was Drake.
Was Drake Davenport's
dad?
I didn't know that.
How about that?
How I didn't know that?
Good family.
Well, you got some stories.
Yeah.
You can't tell them either.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah, man.
We're fired up. So can't wait. Some of the things we don't want to give away yet, but you're going to be so excited. And who's our first guest?
Our first guest is going to be none other than the mayor of Attalla.
The Right Reverend Means.
Uncle Larry is going to be the first guest on the show next week. This isn't an official show. This is just a kickoff. We're just talking about it. You'll be seeing us out and about, coming around. Obviously, we want some sponsorships. Got to pay the internet bill. Although it should be good. Gig City and all, Joe.
Drake said, "No, sir. There's certainly stories you can't tell." That's right.
100%.
How
So,
about that?
yeah, the mayor is going to be with us next week. We have to check out his schedule. I know a lot of people are going to back and forth to Washington right now, to D.C. So we'll get with his schedule. He will be the very first guest. No one would rather have than Uncle Larry Means.
It's going to be great, y'all. Thank you, guys. Oh, Tony Thomas.
Talking about a legend, Tony Thomas, man.
Tony Thomas. Jerry, you got some Tony Thomas stories.
Too.
So we'll see you next week for This Is Attalla, the very first episode. This episode 1, but this is just an intro to what's fixing to pop off, and we're fired up. We'll be doing some on-location shows, just some fun stuff about this amazing city. Last words, Jerry.
No, hey, I think when you think Attalla, you think Viaduct.
I used to have to clean on the road department for Burley Wayne.
I hated it. I'm gonna go down a tangent just quickly. I get so frustrated, so amazingly frustrated with the people who complain about the train on the other side of Attalla. You know, there's a 90% possibility you get stuck by the train.
Anytime.
Go the other way. Just go the other way through the viaduct. My God, people. Freaking Attalla.
Jerry, we always, when we go, we would make sure we'd head down 77,
Yes.
bus on Steel Station, and come up on 759 so we could go under the
Exactly right. Just plan ahead. Plan ahead, people.
Just
Stop
plan
complaining.
ahead. It's going to be awesome. See you guys soon.